PSA. My name is Dizon. I'm a sophomore in Global Studies.
And my name is Justine. I'm a junior in Chemical Engineering.
And we're your awareness chairs for PSA for the year 2015 to 2016.
So this is what we're calling PSA's Aralin series. If you didn't know, Aralin is a Tagalog word for a lesson or teaching. And we're planning to teach you guys a little bit about Filipino culture through this lecture series. And I just hope you learn something.
Through this video series, we hope you guys can learn more about the Philippines as well as Filipino-American issues. Having said that, our first topic will be about Catholicism.
So we conducted some interviews with some of the general members of PSA, asking them about their experiences with Catholicism and some of their thoughts about like how they were raised in the family as Catholics or whether they weren't raised as Catholics, and just to share some of their experiences.
Yes, I was. My mom is from the Philippines, my dad's from Pennsylvania. He's a Protestant, but my mom's a Catholic. And so usually mothers win when it comes to religion. And so I am, raised Catholic, baptized, all that.
I identify as Methodist, which is a denomination within Christianity.
Yes, it was. Yeah. It's been kind of on and off. It's really hard to, one of the things I realized being in such a big college is that it's really hard to keep up with your faith.
I was raised Catholic, yes. My family is predominantly Catholic, so.
No, I did not.
In the world? No. I had a feeling it was one of the biggest, so. Yeah.
I did not know that, but I'm not surprised.
No. No, I didn't. No, I really didn't, no. Nope.
Nope. Nope. Nope. So yes, as surprising as it is, the Philippines is the third largest Catholic country in the world. The first being Mexico and the second being Brazil. And it's interesting because both of those countries have much larger populations than the Philippines, and it still ranks number 3. The Philippines is also the only predominantly Christian or Catholic country in Asia. And so to break it down, the people in the Philippines are identify as 80% Catholic, 10% as a non-Catholic Christian denomination, and the other 10% as Muslim.
Before Catholicism, the Philippines practiced a sort of animism, which is still practiced in a couple of indigenous tribes today. That all changed in 1521 with the arrival of Magellan, who led the first mass in Cebu and initially converted 800 men into Catholicism. The story is that Magellan saved the grandson of a chief of a tribe in Cebu, and in return, the chief allowed for Magellan to convert the men of the tribe. While Magellan was killed in the Philippines, that did not stop the takeover of the nation from Catholicism. In 1564, Miguel Lopez de Legazpi arrived in Cebu and led an expedition from Cebu all the way to the north to the island of Luzon, before eventually conquering the island of Luzon and made the Philippines a colony of Spain, with Manila becoming the capital of the new colony. Having said that, the only island that Catholicism never really had a foothold was the island of Mindanao. Today, it is the only area in the Philippines where the majority of the Filipinos there call themselves Muslim.
I feel, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd be around a 9 or a 10.
For me, I'd say it's more like a cultural thing, really, because the times when I go to church religiously are when I'm back home with my parents or like when I'm with my family. When I find myself here, I live at Newman, which is the Catholic dorm. I go probably like once every 2 months, but yeah. I give myself like a 6 out of 10.
I would say it's been the strongest that it ever has been since like I was born. It probably started being the strongest when I reached college, definitely throughout my sophomore year.
The colonization of the Philippines brought in a new religion which has been dominant for over 400 years. The country continues to celebrate Catholicism with numerous festivals. One of them is Sinulo in the island of Cebu to honor the Santo Niño, which lasts for 9 days and ends with a grand parade. The week of Easter also brings in much celebration, with Holy Week and Good Friday taking place. Currently, there are 2 saints that are from the Philippines, Saint Lorenzo Ruiz and Saint Pedro Calungsod.
So especially in the Philippines, those who are very religiously devout sometimes aren't afraid to be very open about it. And so one example of this is you'll see Pacquiao right before all of his fights, he will get down on his knees and pray. Right after it, he will get down on his knees and pray. And you'll see his mother especially is very, very religious. So as you guys know, America has long been about separation of state, freedom of religion, etc., that kind of thing. So you won't see public entities here affiliate with a single religion. But in the Philippines, there is inevitably an influence on politics from Catholicism, and it continues to have a big impact on the population. So Pope Francis visited the Philippines in January 2015. It was actually right after the hit of Typhoon Haiyan, and so it had a huge impact on people, gave them a lot of hope. His Sunday Mass while he was there had a record attendance of 6 million people, which is the largest in the world. The record previously was 5 million people attending, and that Mass was also in the Philippines during the visit of Pope John Paul II.
I think that religion in Filipino/Filipino-American culture is something that we could potentially look more into. It's a little hard just because, in America we're so used to, straying away from religion just to be accepting of other people's cultures, but there's a way for us to learn more about it without offending or possibly pushing this into people's faces, because it's definitely something rooted deep within our culture and a reason as to why a lot of our dances or a lot of our food or even our names are even this way. So I think that it's definitely a topic for us as Filipino-American groups to look into.
Having said all that, we hope you learned something from this video, and we hope you continue to learn something from our video series. My name is Dizon.
I'm Justine Rich.
Have a good one, PSA.